Hello, guys. I am Shane Davis, 20-year comic book veteran and proud comic book artist. Self-publishing now. Used to work at DC Comics quite a bit. So every now and then I see a tweet that's out there talking about Comicsgate, talking about working in the American comic book industry. And in that 20 plus years, I kind of start to understand this infrastructure of gossip columns, of Bleeding Cool, of The Beat, and stuff like that. And this is later in her tweets, which I'm not going to go into. But this one tweet got me thinking, and it's been kind of sitting with me. Valerie DeRazio here used to be a editor at DC Comics, I think, mainly, maybe some Marvel stuff, maybe some other stuff. You guys can go check her out. I do like her Twitter, though, quite a bit. And she has some interesting takes, almost some like, let's just call skies blue the skies blue takes. They're very obvious, common, that is what it is takes, but they kind of go against the narrative that the American comic book industry, pros, shield press, all of that stuff want to frame. And this was interesting. It's like if Comicsgate didn't exist, the mainstream comic industry slash media would have had to invent them because CG was the perfect scapegoat to use to hide from all their own sins. They never really had to publicly face their internal problems again. And if they sacrificed the careers of a bunch of older established comic creators in the process, who cares, right? Again, she goes into the media side of things later in the tweets, but just this tweet on its own has really been kind of rotting with me for the last couple of days because it seemed like everybody wants a bad guy. Everybody wants a group of people that they seem to hate. They're okay to just punch, to cancel them, to rip monetary means away from them. They don't need to feed their families because war crimes, hypothetical, because they're the bad people, because they're the ist and the phobes. And like we've seen recently with Tim Sheridan, like, hey, buy my book to spite Comicsgate. It's a perfect bad guy, right? Comicsgate, if you're working in comics, like, hey, guys, they're the evil one. The other thing about it is if you don't agree with me, you sound like Comicsgate. These are Comicsgate talking points. Comicsgate, let me muddy it up more. Comicsgate, they talk in code, says Tim Sheridan. It's like weird stuff like that, right? It's the perfect boogeyman. You can be accused of being them, and you can use the threat of you sound like Comicsgate to win any argument in any type of editorial meeting or whatever. And actually, you can go out there and get big virtue signal points jockeying for a job saying, I hate Comicsgate. Oh, yeah, let me, you go to the top of the pile in my Rolodex of people to hire, or you just get virtue points online. And now today, Comicsgate can be, people that don't like my book. Comicsgate don't like my book, so you must like it whether you buy it or not. You're going to retweet my book or your Comicsgate. The perfect bad guy, so much utility in it too for SJWs. And that's the thing for people who don't know what Comicsgate is. SJWs kind of brand people Comicsgate. Some people come out and they say, I'm Comicsgate. But it can go either way. You can choose it, or it's a brand they put on you to cancel you. Why a bunch of older comic creators? This is the interesting part at the end there. Sacrifice the careers of a bunch of older established comic creators. That's exactly what you would do when you want their jobs, the people ahead of you. What if the people ahead of you that maybe are more talented, maybe are more seasoned, maybe they're more knowledgeable about comics, they've slugged out some hard deadlines and they've earned it. Maybe they just flat out earned their job and their position. What if you could cancel that person ahead of you? Well, then there's a vacancy in the job and maybe you'll get a shot. Less competition. A world of meritocracy, less competition for the weak is great. That's the problem with meritocracy. It doesn't service the weak. What if I could cancel the strong and that means that they'll have to hire me eventually And if that first wave of creators ahead of me, that's not enough for me to get a job, well, I just need to cancel some more talented people. And eventually they're left with nobody to hire but me in a portfolio they weren't hiring before because the talent pool keeps getting is shrinking. And even better yet, who wants to come and work in comics when you can be canceled for probably being a heterosexual white man that votes Republican? Well, now I'm only competing with other check boxes. Again, I don't think this tweet was meant to go in that direction, but when you start really thinking about it, it's like, yeah, CG has a lot of utility for the SJW when you're trying to get a job. The ability to brand somebody and cancel somebody or to win any argument over whatever weird direction you want to take with your book. Somebody's got legitimate criticism for your story. Oh, there's something woke in it that just wasn't done. That's CG. You sound like Comicsgate. They hate my book too. When everybody hates your book, maybe it's not Comicsgate. Maybe it's your book is shit. Makes you wonder. You guys will hit like, subscribe, ring the bell for notification. Let me know what you think about that. Also, Axcend level up is $101,244. If you guys will, please look down below. You'll see a link for this campaign. You can go check it out. I'll catch you guys again with another video.
I dream of a world carefully crafted, beautifully flawed. This is Axcend. In this game of life, there is one thing that determines a victor. A player's ability to grow. A player's ability to evolve. A player's ability to survive. My name is Dog. Choose to play. Choose to upgrade. Choose to level up. Choose to Axcend.